I'm scarred for life, but I'm set for life, and I'm set for life, but I'm scarred for life. And I'm coming at you. I'm fucking crazy. I'm fucking psycho, fucking insane. That's the fucking chorus right there.
You nailed it,
That is
dude. You
good.
nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it, and you visually transformed into fucking Joe Rogan. There,
You
dude.
did.
You fucking,
Oh, Joe Rogan. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, you did. You visually transformed
That's
yourself into Joe Rogan. It was amazing.
You're watching the Big Room live on Twitch. You're the Big Room. You're watching the Big Room live on Twitch. Yeah.
There you have it, everyone. The Big Room live on Twitch. That's what you're watching. It's going to be an early night for a lot of us again tonight, I understand. The monk's running a little bit behind. Ad hoc is off in Ad Hocville, doing whatever it is he does when he's not on camera. And it's never been caught on camera, what he does when he's not on camera. There's some scientific evidence that it'd be impossible to catch what Ad Hoc does when he's on camera. There's just no way to film it. It's impossible. But that's his life. And not a whole lot going on too much. Been doing a lot of writing, doing a lot of creating. I don't know if I've ever given you guys the link to good place to go to get some of my here. Let me get that right now. There's if you haven't heard of it, there's a pretty cool website out there called Vocal, which lets writers create poster stuff, keep their rights to everything that they write. And let's see, does this work? Does this work? And gives them little opportunities for challenges, writing creation stuff. But what I like about it is that you've got you got a process up there where the author, it's completely free for you all to read. There we go. So here it is right here. You can go here. And now take you to my Vocal authors page. And it's completely free for you guys to read the stories. But for every read that is attributed to any of my stories, I get a minuscule little tiny bit of money. But obviously the goal being, if you can take 30 people read your stories and make that into 300 or 3,000, then the tiny little bit becomes a little less tiny little bit. So go there, check out some of the stories you'll see that are written by me. They use some kind of algorithm to track what's being read. So you can't just go there and then disappear right away and go, okay, I read a story. They check to say, hey, have you did this person click on that? How much time did they spend on that page? Did they scroll down and actually read the story? I've only got a couple stories there now right now too, but they've got a number of contests running. So There's going to be a few more stories popping up there, probably pretty regularly. It feels like it's going to be the one that I'm adding stories to most regularly. And as I do, everybody out there, if anybody reads any of them, then that just goes on my stat sheet and takes me a little closer to getting a few more pennies. And is also the tiebreaker in any of their challenges. So if I am up for a win somewhere and I wind up in a tie, then the engagement that my stories have brought is the tiebreaker. So go there, read the stories, share the stories with whoever. Like I said, it's all free to read. So there's really not much reason not to read it. Unless you're afraid of getting smarter. Because if that's the case, then just reading is dumb. Then okay, I can't argue with that. Well, I could argue with it, but I can't argue with the person who would say that. So yeah, so go check it out and read some stories. Right now, I've got one story up on the Fantasy Prologue Challenge, which was just write the opening to a fantasy novel, and you had to use a specific opening line. And then I just now wrote write about your favorite summertime food. So I wrote a story called Gradilla, King of All Summer Foods. And hopefully that can get some traction as well. And see how that goes. In other stories, I don't remember if I mentioned on here before or not, but I'm going to be writing movie review articles for Space and Time magazine. In the future, their next issue's coming out in the autumn. I don't know the exact date yet. I don't know the exact date yet, but I'll be writing movie reviews. I've been doing some movie reviews on a blog of a I suppose I could refer to her as a friend. I've never met her in person. But she's been an awesome online connection. Angela Yurko Smith is her name. She is the editor-in-chief of Space and Time magazine, actually. And she has her own blog site that she runs. And she'll have guest articles and stuff. So I've been writing a monthly movie review for her. Which what I've been doing is breaking down all of the horror movies released on any given month and then determining what are the top 5 from that month. So it's not like a current movie review. It's not reviewing new horror movies I want you to go see. It's kind of a retrospective on, hey, what movies were released in June ever, any year, and then what are the 5 best horror ones that were released. And June, shockingly, at least to me, was a huge month for horror movies. I assumed, obviously, October was going to be huge. And there's a lot of horror movies released in October. But June was really quite the struggle. I mean, you have 28 Days Later, Jaws, Poltergeist, The Omen, Annabelle Comes Home, and lots of other horror movies. Oh, here we go. We got someone else popping in here.
BB.
How's it going?
Hey.
Hey, where's that?
Can
That
you
looks
hear
yummy.
us?
Hey, J and D, and no, C. JC. Where are you?
That's all the louder it's going. We are at a Mediterranean restaurant. Anybody remember the name of this place?
It reminded me of Delilah, but it was like.
Yeah, it's called Dijlah, Dijlah.
We've lost
And
your
it's
video,
on,
by the way.
in Lawrenceville, Butler Street,
Yeah.
and across from Merchant Oyster. So we're up here, and me and Chan just finished doing some climbing. I see that Mariah shared a video that I posted. I shared it with her.
Yeah.
She shared it on the page. So
Yeah.
Chandler and I just did some climbing.
I did some observing.
Right.
And-
That's
Treating. And Mom's treat, she took me and Chandler climbing. It was a lot of fun.
Chandler's on vacation.
Chandler's vacation.
nice.
Week off work.
Nice.
Jimmy, do you have to tell him what it is?
Oh yeah, got some crazy blue drink.
Yeah, it's Lebanese.
What are you drinking?
Drinking. Wait, I gotta pull that up. What? Yeah, Chandler. What are you drinking?
And where did you say it was made?
So it was imported from Lebanon.
It's called
What's
Freeze.
it called? It's a freeze.
Shove the label closer. 'Cause that's the label.
Freeze. Blue
Pretty cool.
Hawaii. Okay. All right.
Blue Hawaiian, yeah.
The glass is actually blue, so I don't think the beverage is that blue. It's a cool bottle though.
What is the beverage? Is the beverage clear or what is?
Non-alcoholic. No, they don't have any alcohol here. It's just.
Yeah, but
Soda.
what's the color of it? What's the color of it?
What's the actual color of the liquid?
We're a little bit near too.
It is blue.
Okay, it is blue.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, and they got a hookah bar in the back room here too.
Oh, okay. Intriguing.
They just disappeared into.
Intriguing.
Show me the link there.
Yeah.
That's
Times.
right down there.
They got pillows.
Oh, it's comfortable.
Pretty cool little place.
We'll let you know how we like the food.
It's kebab.
Yeah, absolutely.
How you be? BB?
Been good, been good. You know, I took the last 2 days off work. You know, Monday and Tuesday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Congrats.
I had a couple of free pirate tickets, and
TK got off work at 7:30.
What kind of tickets?
He could come here and
Pittsburgh Pirates baseball.
Oh yeah.
tea on your-
They were free. You know, they were free tickets, and I also had 2
I said no because you wouldn't-
hotel certificates
But he could
that
be
were
there.
expiring at the end of June, so I had to use them up before the end of June.
Need to give you-
Hmm.
So I just rented a room right across the street from the stadium, and we went down there and stayed at the stadium and went to a couple games. Hey, there's the other one coming in now.
Oh man, should have invited me. I would have stopped down.
There's the monk.
You like games?
Hey, too late. He's
You like
Do
games?
you like games? Chan! Nice! Chan's first. Hey! And JM!
Tell him we did stay to get something.
Oh, here comes the food.
Nice.
Lamb. Here.
They're eating some food.
We getting some
Are you
foods.
at the fish market? It looks
No,
like.
there's a place called Digi or something like that. It's a Mediterranean.
Did you,
He
Ray
asked for an
Dave?
extra plate. Then the sheriff.
Is my microphone crazy loud to everyone
And he
else?
asked for an
No.
extra plate, the
No,
sheriff.
not to me.
Thank you.
Airbox
good.
is
Just
really
my voice.
low.
Nice.
I ordered a
Say
lentil
hi to
soup.
everybody.
Hey! What's up? It's Mariah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Got
you know.
Our food looks
Tomato.
awesome.
Red tomato.
Guys, I'm gonna pop off and eat.
That's probably a good idea.
I see you.
Right on.
We'll be
sounds
here for the
filthy,
next
Fitz.
30
do that.
minutes or so.
He's not close.
Oh
that's
yeah, and
how
I'm
they
going
get
to bed in a
fucking
little
ready.
bit. All right. Much love. Good to see you, fam.
Be safe out there.
Tag team Mundocs in.
Oh,
How about that? Oh, I got to
how
see that.
about
That was.
that?
How about that, Big Room? What did you think about that? Actually experiencing ad hoc, the foodie, the PH foodie, PGH hoodie, PG hoodie, actually
I
eating at a
explained to them.
restaurant.
Yeah, I attempted to explain
We're
at the
lucky.
beginning of the show when I first popped on that the monk was running a little bit behind, and that ad hoc
Oh,
was off doing. Oh, nice. It was like spinach.
it was spinach.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That ad hoc was off doing whatever he does in ad hocville when he's not
Ad hoc, yeah.
online, when he's not on
Uh-huh.
camera, and that scientists had hypothesized that it's impossible. It's absolutely in this reality. It is impossible to capture
Mhm.
what ad hoc is doing when he's not on camera. On camera, you can't.
Yeah, it's
capture
kind of like
on,
that vampire thing in a way.
You cannot capture on camera. There's no way.
Yeah.
They've tried.
They
But-
have scientists.
Yes,
The
but
ancients have.
There's no way to capture on camera what ad hoc does when he's not on camera. It is.
They've tried. They've tried.
They can't
They
figure it
tried.
out.
They tried without cameras.
They tried
They
without
tried
cameras.
without cameras, but they couldn't
They
get
couldn't
it
get
on
any
camera
footage
that
at all.
way.
They couldn't get any footage at all. It was
None.
weird. Yeah, they'd set them up.
You know.
And,
But hey, with the law of doubling and with technology being what it is, would they assume in the unforeseeable future? They foresee in the unforeseeable future that they will be able to capture ad hoc on film
yes.
when he's not currently working, on film.
Right. Yeah. I think we're hoping. We're hoping.
Okay. This is closer towards the singularity we're thinking.
Yeah. The one that nobody can see past.
Right. The unforeseeable. They foresee that in the unforeseeable future, it will be seen.
Yeah, it could be. It might be possible.
It
At that time. Yeah.
that there's a 60% chance that
But
it'll
it's
work
definitely going to happen.
every time.
Yeah, there's a 60% chance it will definitely happen.
So what's up, BB?
Not too much, man. I took the last couple of days off.
To do
I went. I was telling Ad Hoc. Yeah,
the baseball. I see the
baseball.
baseball.
Yeah.
The internet.
I had two free.
me that.
I had free tickets to 2 games.
To what?
So, yeah, right.
To the baseball.
Yeah, to the baseball games, but they were free tickets. And I was like, I'd like to use them. You know why? They're free. Ooh, that's not Jetty.
Isn't it?
What? Oh, you drinking?
What are you drinking?
Oh, that's Jetty. Dude, you know what? It's crazy about that.
What?
Is
I
that
love crazy.
after
Genesee
after Dave's birthday, when we took him out to the pie place last week,
Mm-hmm.
we stopped at Duffy's. And,
Duffman.
Yeah.
What is Duffy's?
Duffy's is the best beer store in the country.
Oh, I've heard that now.
Yeah, Duffy's is in Curry Hollow Plaza. That is a classic commercial sound right there, man.
Effervescence.
Nailing it. But and I go there because first of all, it's called it's
Duffy's.
all the beer. It's all the beer and so much more.
Okay, that's what's in the title.
Yeah, and,
That's what it says.
Yeah, and
okay.
and they've got tons of, they have multiple sections of imports and microbrews and and all that. So I'll go there because I can find the things like the Dragon's Milk and
Right.
And
Oh, yes, of course. That's how I know the Duffy is named.
yeah,
Yes.
and the Innocent Gun, Innocent Gun Scotch Ale and stuff, which is just some good stuff.
Also,
You know.
really good.
Oh yeah, the Innocent Gun is one of my top 3 favorite
That
beers
sounds
right now.
really good.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. But like seriously, it's really good. But then they also have I mean, and sure, a large, maybe 35% of the store is made up with your just
Mine?
just boxes
My
of
giant box?
Coors and Bud Light and Miller.
How'd you know I had a giant box?
And,
Right.
and just these, that stuff. But then they've got a
Yes.
clearance section as well. Yeah, which is like
Yes.
beer we're trying to get rid of. And
Because it was so bizarre, people didn't
Yeah.
buy it.
or we just bought a lot.
And we're not
of
ordering
things.
again. Or they bought too much of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And so I have not had any kind of ice beer in, I don't know, years.
Me
But
either,
I
dude. This
saw-
is my first. I think it was definitely Bigroom circa like folk fest, ethnic
Yeah.
fest, but maybe folk fest.
They had a clearance on
Bleachers era.
Labatt's Blue Ice.
Wow, blue ice.
Yeah,
Labatt's
Labatt's
ice.
Blue Ice.
That
And it was a
sounds-
30-pack for $14.
Wow, that's pretty much what this is.
Yeah, 30.
That's actually less. That's
less
less.
than 50 cents. I mean, they're 12 ounces. They're 12 ounces. Yeah, so they're
Still,
not-
I know, but
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm doing the math. The ounces versus that's less than 50 cents.
Yeah, but 50 cents for an ice beer. Yeah, I was just like, guys, this is gonna be horrible. But how can I not buy that?
You're not buy. And have you sampled it yet?
I haven't.
Okay. My question is, so with the ice revolution, the ice revolution that occurred in the 90s,
Yeah, mid-90s, right? Yeah.
right? And then when there was the ice, then there was the dry.
There was
Right.
the dry. Yeah.
Okay. Now I don't see dry anymore. Is ice making a comeback or did it never leave?
I don't think it ever left.
Is it like you don't think it ever left? I was wondering if
Yeah.
it was like Jenko jeans that some people kept wearing them, but now if you have originals, they're worth money, and so they're making new. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like it's a throwback thing. you know?
It might be making. I mean, like my understanding is that Natty Ice lasted the entire time.
That's your belief.
My
Is that
belief
it?
is
That's
that
your church.
it's still there now. They still have Natty Ice at Duffy's. If I go there now, they still have it. It's still
Hey,
there.
for people that just walked into the big room, tell them what ice means. Like, what is the process? What makes a beer an ice beer, and what makes a beer a dry beer? And I believe we knew the answer at one time, and I think I could retell that. But if you'd like to go ahead, that'd be fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it was right. I mean, like the ice thing was something about the brewing process, right? That it was brewed at.
Mhm.
Let's see, what makes
Are you doing the actual research, or are you going to guess? I would like to do our guessing first. What I thought it was. Are you going to continue, or are you going to do the research? You're going to keep guessing? Do your guess
I think
first.
there was something about that it was brewed at either freezing or below freezing temperature, and that it removed some of the water from it.
Right.
But
that was what I thought too. So they skimmed the ice. The water would melt.
Right.
The water would freeze, so they would remove some of that, and so there'd be less water, which would make it a higher percentage of alcohol.
Right.
This Jenny ice is 5.5.
Okay. Yeah,
What's
I
it say?
see.
Probably.
When I Google it here, it says, ice beer is a beer style in which beer has undergone some degree of fractional freezing during production. These brands generally have higher alcohol content than typical beer, and have a low price relative to their alcohol content. That's what it says. It's just,
This actually was more expensive than the Jenny Cream.
really
Yeah, I believe so.
not so in the case of Labatt's.
Right. When I say more, I mean I think it was like $1.15
Oh, okay.
for
Okay.
24, where the other one is like $1. I'm guessing
Let's
because it
see.
came. I bought 4 and it came to just over $5. So
Okay, so the process of icing beer
Mhm.
is lowering the temperature of a batch while it's forming, a batch of beer, until ice crystals form.
Mhm.
Since ethanol has a much lower freezing point than water,
Mhm.
then they remove the ice. The
There it is.
alcohol concentration of the beer increases. And it was original the very first year that
Mhm.
ice beer existed. Any guesses?
Are we guessing how many people died of alcohol poisoning, or guessing what year it was?
No, it was what? Yeah, what year? What was the first year anywhere in the world that ice
Oh,
beer was
1993.
not bad, but a little earlier?
2.
It was 1989.
Okay, and then it went public.
Right. It was introduced to Canada in 1989 by the Niagara Falls Microbrewing Company.
Mhm. All
Um,
right, interesting. Did they call
and
it? Well, okay,
it was
I'm
called
sure you would have read the
it
name.
was called Eisbock. Eisbock. Eisbock.
Yeah. Oh, is it French?
No, that'd be German, right? Eisbock.
It does sound. It does sound. But I mean, is it French for block of ice?
I think it's a made up word.
I think you're fucking weird. This guy's
People are
weird.
weird. You people are weird.
That would
And
be a
then-
good clip. That would be a good clip for this.
That
Yeah.
you're right. We need that to
Huh?
cut in on, yeah. And here was your guess. Actually, the first ice beer in North America
Hmm.
was in April of 1993. So you were right. And
I never forget my first drunks.
the first time I was drunk on ice beer.
And then I don't remember what happened after that. But the date was, it was 4:08 in the afternoon. I don't
Now
remember what happened after that.
the question is, what makes dry beer?
I don't. That is a good question. I know the effects.
I don't
Of
think
dry
I ever.
beer.
Yeah, and I don't think I ever knew how it was brewed.
No, I never researched it either. I'm guessing it's something that, like, there is dry wine, and then there's the extra dry brut champagne. It has something to do with the fermentation. I'm guessing,
Let's see.
or tannins in a wine. I don't know. I'm using words.
What is
I mean,
dry beer? And what
I mean,
is
seriously,
what is extra or
seriously.
super dry?
To Patron.
Does dry beer have more alcohol?
Teeth. Because I'm missing a tooth when the shadow hits it like that. Look at that.
Oh well, so all this the dry beer is a style of beer that has little to no sweetness. That's actually where the term dry applies. It has nothing to do with the water content. Apart from this, dry beer generally has an absence of any aftertaste.
I don't believe that. What? So is that why we just tasted the can that it came in a lot more?
Right? There's apparently still
or the mayonnaise jar that it came in.
there is still dry beer out there. Apparently, the
Natty.
one here is called. I don't know who makes it, but an example of a dry beer is the Mighty Oyster,
Wow.
which has a
awesome.
19.3 ABV.
Alcohol?
19.3. Yeah, 19.3.
That's higher than wine.
That's way higher than wine. That's a insane beer.
Oh, is that kind of like what Krampus was talking about? No. Was that Krampus talking about, or was it the Rev? Yeah, it was the Rev.
Oh, yeah, there was the Rev. Yeah.
Wow, what was that called? I couldn't get it out of my mind for days, weeks, and apparently I succeeded somewhere. I can't remember now. It's out of my mind.
Thank
it had
you,
a great name.
JCI.
Thank you.
Thank you,
JCI. Thank you, JCI.
So dry beer only started in the 80s as well. So,
and then
also,
I'm guessing 94 or 94 for the United States. I feel like dry came after ice. Not long.
It seems like it was before. They said that several domestic, large scale domestic brands introduced their dry beer versions in 1989. Oh, you know what, dude? That's such a great thing.
That'd be a good clip right there, too, by the way.
I went to a couple of ball games, right? The last
I overheard this, yes, and the internet showed me.
And the Buccos, as they're known.
Them Buccos. Dang,
And
bing,
the
bing,
Buccos.
bing, bing.
And they're not the best team in the world.
No,
nowadays.
but they raised your Jolly Roger.
But they
raised my Jolly Roger.
In 2 games I went to, they won 12-1 and 7-1.
I guess I know what you're doing every time they play.
The rest of the summer. But on the first night, there was a squirrel.
Fight.
A squirrel.
Squirrel?
Squirrel. That ran out onto the field and stopped the game.
That's good luck.
And then they had people, a groundskeeper and whatnot, all running out and trying to capture it. And
squirrel wranglers.
They could not capture the squirrel. The squirrel was
jumping over
nets and chasing it all around.
Fun.
They're super fun. So then
did they play the theme to Benny Hill?
They did.
Like Benny Hill music? Did they really? Fuck yeah,
yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Of course.
100% they did.
Great minds think alike. We really
they
did. That's awesome.
Yes, they did. Excellent call. Excellent call.
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be.
Sense.
It does make sense.
It's gotta be.
But they also have this thing that they do apparently, I guess, every game. I don't know, where they have the Great Pierogi Race.
What does this mean?
It's about it's 5 people. It's 5 people dressed up like pierogies.
Oh, from the crowd?
I don't think so, because they seem to be keeping.
They travel the world.
They seem to be keeping some sort of season-long tally of which pierogi has won the most races, and there's some sort of story involved here, because there was one pierogi named Stan, I think.
Oh, that's not Mrs. T.
Who hasn't won any races this year. He hasn't won any races this year. But in the second game, Stan was out in front.
Stan the squirrel.
And they were like, oh my God, Stan might get his first win of the year. At which point, is that Stan?
Wizard Beard
Summons
from the land of Ooh. Come this way.
and
Fanino. Come on in. Put your ear to here.
hey,
First time in the big room,
Fanino!
we have a Fanino.
Hi.
Wait, hold on. Let's do this. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. There we go. All right. Lean in.
Hey, how's it
Hi.
going?
Good. Very good.
Excellent. What are you drinking? Do you have
What's your
any
favorite? What's
water?
your favorite thing to drink, Fan?
What's your favorite drink?
That's a hard question.
It is. Anytime anybody is asked their favorite anything, I think it gets tricky because you're being asked to reduce the entirety of your reality down to one choice. Of
We're
all
gonna
the
do this.
foods,
Hold on 1 second. We're gonna do this. Let's do this.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Hello.
Can we hear him? Speak,
Hello.
Phoebe. Yes.
Yes, we can hear him.
All right.
Hello.
Yes, the entirety of all the liquids that you've consumed to one.
You can only pick one though.
Shrink this screen a little bit so that we're wide. Because
I don't know. I like this.
I'll go to the other one. Yeah. There it is. Wizard Beard summons from the field of soccer. Either way. Biggie.
Ew.
What's up?
What's it going?
The
What
first
is-
time in the big room, we have
What
Fanino.
is your
and
favorite
Biggie.
drink?
Ooh.
Oh boy.
I'm going simple. Orange juice.
Orange juice. Excellent choice.
Is it-
Now, is it freshly squeezed orange juice?
Depends.
Right.
I mean, it's any type of orange juice. Just
Okay.
orange juice.
Just made from oranges.
Just made from oranges. Because I hear there's a lot of sugar in some of those orange drinks.
Yeah.
No,
Those
gotta be
orange
the original stuff. No added sugar.
Gotta be just the
Yeah.
juice.
Right on.
Juice.
All right, so we got an orange juice.
Have we come up with one yet,
Biggie.
Fanino?
You promised to tell me
Nope.
the juice. Just the juice.
Just
Only the juice.
nothing but the juice.
Nothing
That's
but
right.
the juice.
So help you, Todd.
What about apple juice?
Apple juice is good. I like any juice, really.
What? So I think the juice that we drink the most in this house would be. Anybody? Bueller? Freshly squeezed.
Orange juice.
That's wrong. I mean, right? No,
lemon.
that's right.
Lemon.
Lemon juice.
Lemon juice.
Yes, indeed. Every day in their
Lemon water.
when they leave, it's lemon water. And what do I add to it? Because I'm who?
You. Monk fruit.
That's right. I add monk fruit to it.
Look for it. It's your
I,
because you're you.
yep.
Nice.
Yep. Monk fruit and lemon juice is delicious. If any of you out there aren't familiar with monk fruit, it's a sweetener. It's natural.
Does it come from the monk fish?
And, it comes from the earwax of the monk fish. That's correct. That's correct. No, it is the fruit of the monk fish, which means it's
Yeah.
dingleberries.
Right.
It's dingleberries.
Why? Why
Are
would
you
that be?
singing that? All right. Come back in, Finino. BB, say goodnight, Finino.
Good night,
night.
Finino.
Right on.
Good night. Good night.
Say goodnight,
I'm going to assign Finino. By default, water with lemon juice as his primary drink.
Water and lemon juice, default primary drink.
Yeah, that's the
Well, I think I came to a conclusion
okay.
that some people think this is really gross, but I really like coconut water.
Ah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
It's very good.
I don't like coconuts in general.
But do you like the flavor of them? Like you like them in a curry
I like them in a
Like
curry.
Thai.
That's true. Yes.
and like in Thai food,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Can I ask the Chillins to before you leave?
Yeah.
There's something going on in both of your lives this week.
But
That-
it is 20 till 10,
It is 20 till 10.
and they have to get up early.
Oh yeah.
And they have to get up early.
Give kisses.
Yes, give kisses. Finino bought their first skateboard today. It arrived today, by the way.
All right.
Love you.
Love you.
I'm gonna be looking for
You are.
gonna be looking for your next Tony Hawk video.
Love you very much. Love who you are.
Be safe out there.
It's a bird. Stay safe. It is a birdhouse board, which is by Tony Hawk.
Well, yeah, good.
Now, I was Finino's age when I first got my skateboard and hung on to the back of your wheelchair.
Nice.
Yeah. I might have been actually a year older. So they're 9 right now. I think I was 10.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was 5th grade. Breakdancing and skateboarding.
Okay.
I think
That
so.
sounds good. Yeah, that would have been 85. I don't know. That seems late.
It does, but I mean, it was Johnstown, you know?
Yeah.
Well, look it up. When did
the
Back to the
month
Future
first-
come out? So I think that was the catalyst.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do. And he had the big board, and he, hung on the back of the trucks.
Sure. Yeah, that's true.
That would have been the first time Johnstown would have been like skateboards.
It was 1985.
There it is.
Yeah, it was
Hey,
1985.
if there's one thing the monk knows, it's firsts.
It's first years
It's first years
of things.
of things, and then nothing afterwards.
Huh.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the there's a show out there that's called, I don't remember the name of it.
That's the name of the show? That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I don't
Is that really the name of the show?
know.
No. Okay.
I don't know who that is.
You
Yeah.
got me, dude.
Yeah, I don't.
You go. Was that the setup? Was that
No,
a
I
bit?
just- no, it's just, no, I just thought, oh, this is appropriate. But no, there's a show out there that it's called something like the movies we grew up on or something like that. or-
Yes. Yes. I watched the Ghostbusters one. I watched. Oh, it's
Yeah,
different
that's
then?
it. No, that's it.
Yeah. Why'd you say no then?
I didn't. I said yeah.
Oh, your yes sounded like no to me. That's weird.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched the Ghostbusters one. I think I watched the Back to the Future one.
They do one with Back to the Future, which was I mentioned. That it was very interesting. Where they
Yeah,
originally cast Eric Stoltz.
that's right. And somebody else who was up for the part was I wear my sunglasses at night.
Corey Haim.
Close. The final 2 letters are different in the last name.
Corey Haim. Corey Hart.
That's right.
Right, but they filmed a lot with Stoltz.
Oh, I didn't realize this. That's out
Yeah.
there then?
Yeah.
Did they
it's out
show it in
there.
it?
They showed it. Yeah, they showed clips of like there was a huge, they could not, the director, what's his name, Zemeckis,
Mhm.
could not get Stoltz to accept the fact that he was shooting it as a comedy.
Oh, I remember this now a little
And
bit.
so there's scenes of Stoltz, like when he first is in the town in 1953 or whatever, where he's like walking around, he's like, and Stoltz was just convinced, like, no, man, this guy would just be confused and scared. You'd be terrified about what's going on here. And they're like, yeah,
He's
no,
correct, but he's like,
no,
this
it's
is
not
not
working.
reality.
it's not working. Yeah, so
Stoltz was convinced that he would have sex with his younger mother.
Right.
Convinced.
Convinced. So he was very
So
Right.
that's
He was
that
trying- he-
that
he
that
trying-
does edit it out.
he was trying to get into character on that, and
Real bad.
real bad.
Real bad.
Yeah, listen, Leah.
Real bad.
That was her name, right? Leah Thompson, right?
Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
Was it? Wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, Leah
Yeah,
Thompson.
okay. But she was not the first one who was wait. Oh yeah, that was the mother. Wait. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. It was the girlfriend that switched. That's right. It was the girlfriend that switched.
Right, because of because Eric Stoltz is like 6 inches taller than Michael J. Fox.
Okay.
And when they were shooting when they started shooting the film again,
Yeah.
after they had brought Michael J. Fox in,
Mm-hmm.
the director Zemeckis said, this isn't working because she is too tall for him.
Mm-hmm.
And when they go back in time, either we're going to have trouble constantly changing the heights because there's so many scenes, or it's going to be obvious that she's that much taller than him. And the producers were like, so what? And he was like, I don't buy it. I don't think that someone in high school like that would date someone that much smaller than them. And the producer were like, no. And so they actually polled the crew. They
Took a survey, you mean?
Yeah, they took a survey, anonymous survey. Just put down your answers. If you were a woman in high school, would you have dated someone this much shorter than you? And the majority of the women said, honestly, no, I would not have.
Not in high school.
Not in high school.
Take it from a shorter man.
Right?
They would not have.
And so that convinced the producer that, all right, let's go with Michael J. Fox. And then we need a new whatchamacallit, new girlfriend.
Human.
I knew human boy. And that brings me back. That brings me back full circle. I was doing a lot of human speaking yesterday.
Ferengi.
Yeah, because somehow or another during the second game, wound up with a soda.
Okay,
boy.
Do you drink soda? When's the last time you had
No.
soda? I can't tell you the last time I had a soda pop.
I was just there and I wasn't feeling like I just wasn't. I didn't want another beer. I just had a martini before the game.
Of course.
Yeah, I had a nice martini with some delicious Greek olives and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to me, baby.
Yeah, it was delicious, man. On the sidewalk out in front of Soho, the restaurant Soho down there, and delicious. Some hummus.
Every day. Booty.
But and so we went to the park and
Love
it was fucking 92 degrees.
Yeah, it was a scorcher, man. This was yesterday. You were there.
Yeah, I needed something cold. Didn't want the beer right then, so I either had an option of spending fucking water was more expensive
$5
than soda. No, water was like $8. Or I could get a soda, a 20-ounce soda for $6.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah. So I got the soda. And then for the rest of the game, Karen got treated to me going, soda.
She got treated.
Yeah, humans love the soda. I think I should have some more of this soda.
Dear God.
I did it the entire game.
Man.
It was ridiculous. But what leads me, brings it all full circle with the pierogi race and the squirrel.
Wow.
Was that
bizarre?
That Stan was winning the race.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's right.
And he had not won all year, right?
Uh-huh.
And the PA announcer was all, "Here's Stan. He's winning. He might be getting his first win of the year. Wait, what's happening?" So then a dude in a full blown squirrel outfit runs out of the field,
Come on.
and that dude attacks Stan and tackles that pierogi, stops him from racing, and then the rest of the
Yeah,
pierogies.
this is the. I'm now realizing that they're not real pierogies, and it's more like studio pierogi running.
Well, no, it's
Like
just people
studio
dressed up in
running.
pierogies.
Yeah, I know, but it's not like professional pierogi races. It's more like studio pierogi
Yeah,
races.
yeah, it's some kind of story or some kind of storyline they're telling
Yeah,
throughout the year.
right.
But anyway, on this game, in the first game,
WWP.
in the first game, Karen and I never even got to our seats. Like we didn't even go to the seats because we wound up stopping in like left field where they had like a little, it's a real nice little patio area. You don't even need. It's just there's an open seat there. You can take it, sit down, table right in front of you. Yeah.
Got like a 10-minute clock looking at me here.
No. Oh yeah. And we were just there, and then we're like, well, let's stroll over towards our seats, like in the fourth inning. And we
Mhm.
strolled over, and there's a big right in center field. There's a whole
Squirrel
Fatheads Brewery, tavern set up, with just all of the Fathead brews. So stopped there, had a couple beers, watched the game from there for a while, and then by the time we were done there, it was like almost the ninth inning, so we went home. But during the second game, we
Mhm.
made it up to our seats, which were in the handicap section, way up high, with great seats. And
Uh-huh.
there was another
Squirrel
individual sitting next to us.
that I know.
No,
Okay.
that was by himself.
Okay.
It was, I would say, probably mid to late 20s.
That's young. Okay.
Yeah. And did not have any physical disabilities that
But love the soda.
could be noted.
Okay.
But my lord, this individual's reaction to the squirrel outfit
Yes.
made everything. I knew why I was there. It was a perfect day. I mean, I've rarely, I'll say, I can't say never, but I've rarely seen unfiltered happiness
Bliss. Just pure bliss.
coming from this person over the reappearance of this squirrel, but now dressed in a full-sized human outfit.
Mind
Where
blowing.
it was literally stamping his feet excitedly and clapping his hands and just going, squirrel, 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 Pittsburgh Pirate have a squirrel,
Okay.
Pirate have a squirrel. Yeah,
Okay.
and he was just overjoyed.
Ah, that's bliss.
And-
That's pure bliss.
Yeah, we were just sitting there just going, this is the best thing ever. that this kid is there, and it's just like, I don't know if he was real, how much he was following the game. He seemed to he would spend a lot of the time apparently creating stories, and he's talking to himself, because like I said, there was no one else. It was only us two and him.
Mhm.
It was the only two in the section,
Right.
and he would sit there and like,
Rain Man, the game.
or like just things that weren't even related, where he would just be like, he'd talk about like, and then this coming October, on October 12th, I'm gonna tell my therapist. I tell my therapist about how I can fly. About how I can fly. I'll reveal to him that I can fly, and he'll know. He'll say, yeah, I think you can too, and then we'll fly, and then we'll be flying. That'll be October 12th of this year, and this will be and then the pirates have a squirrel. They have a squirrel though. They have a squirrel, and then he pounded his feet, and then he would just go quiet for a while. And every so often,
You better read the paper on October 13th, by the way.
Yeah, better watch. Yeah. Yeah.
Boy flies
but,
with therapist.
Boy flies with therapist. Yep. But he was just so happy about this world. It was awesome.
Maybe he's a flying squirrel.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I wonder if there was a right. That could be it. That could be it. But
Now it makes sense.
so real quick then, in your remaining moments, what happens next in your victory of the battle? Like, do you move on to another round or something?
The finals.
Okay, so there's this round. And
So
finals.
there are. I think there's a total of 5. There's either 4 or 5 events, and then whoever wins those events goes to the final, which is in September. It's September 17th, which is the day after my birth.
Right.
Day.
I'm going to be in Florida.
That's cool.
Right.
Oh, right on. Right on.
Yeah.
Come to Florida. Speaking of Florida, one of Rebecca's best friends, her husband just got a job in Florida, and they're going to be moving. And Rebecca's like,
Right.
Rebecca's a good friend of Jafar.
Right.
Yes. As well. But Jafar isn't moving. It got confusing. But
Yeah, no, right.
Speaking of Florida. Yeah, so, all right. So this popped up on the radar. There's a place called Shell Shock Media.
Right.
Which is a multimedia studio. It's mainly a recording studio, but they also deal with different, they use their space also for video, I think, and stuff like that. And they're doing a big promotion, so they wanted to put together to drum up business. And so they put together a battle of the bands. And the way it works is there are 6 acts, 6 bands that perform, and then the judges say the top 2 get to do different stuff. But wait, I don't know how to tell the story apparently. So we get it's for winning the first event. We get to record 1 song at their space.
Okay, that's cool.
Now, I did offer this to Black Cat Moan first, and Black Cat Moan was not interested. So I was like, well, all right, Dream the Heavy, Pittsburgh-based band that I'm a part of. We did it, and we just started writing together in January. The other 3 members, they met and started performing together in October. And then here's where the good movie story plot happens. So, okay. So the bass player who we've met at student pickup at the elementary school, who's originally from Oakland, California, he was looking to put something together, and he reached out and he met this, who responded and worked out was the guitarist, Matthias Brown, was born in Santa Barbara, but grew up in Vermont and is in Pittsburgh as of last year for
Vermont
school.
is, by the way, one of those states where you only need to mention the state. It's like people be like, oh, he was born in Santa Monica. Oh, he was born in Pittsburgh. Oh,
That's a good point.
He was born in Tallahassee. Oh, but he grew up in Vermont. It's just natural. It happens all the time.
You're right.
I noticed it on the news. Even.
What about Maine?
I think Maine might be another one. It might be that whole region up there.
The
Vermont
tiny.
Vermont definitely.
Well, Vermont, there's vast space in between. That's a good point. That's a fucking really good point, because I have no idea where in Vermont.
Right? Yeah, just Vermont.
It's just Vermont. And then the drummer, who is Pittsburgh as of X amount of time, but grew up in Florida and Atlanta, actually.
Okay.
Anyway, so they started making music together in October, and they were looking for a singer. They had one individual who great voice, but it was starting to get awkward where she wasn't coming out of her shell enough. And so they were like, come on, you can do it. And then I don't know the whole story, but it got weird where she was like, I don't think you guys like me. And I want to know why you don't like me. I don't know. I wasn't there, but it was like, but it was around the same time that Black Cat Moan wasn't. There was a lot of stuff being offered in the Pittsburgh area, and I was just saying that we need to own our city instead of playing everywhere around it. But you got to understand, Black Cat Moan, the rhythm section lives 3 hours away from Pittsburgh.
Right, sure.
You know what I mean? So it's really rough, and I totally get it. But I was at the point where I was like, I need to put something together in my home city. You know,
right, sure, yeah.
Something. So as I was recording and I was writing, and I was even got together with Scott Jeffries, to try and do something, and nothing quite panned out. And then Paul Dean Price III is the bass player. And he was like, hey, this is Nothing for Nothing. You know, those tapes that I sent you? I was like, yeah, that band that I've been playing around with. We kind of might be looking for a singer. Do you want to, throw your hat into the ring? And I was like, maybe. I was like, send it to me again. And so I took him and I put him in my studio and the GarageBand and wrote and recorded, to them and sent them back. And they were like, yeah, you've really got to come in. So I went in and met with them. And that first day we improvised within 2 hours. I think it was like 15 different songs.
Right, I remember you saying, yeah.
Yeah. So flash forward 6 months later, those songs that, we wrote together and one that was sent to me and then I wrote the lyrics to or whatever, were performing in this Battle of the Bands and performed really well and engaged. And we had the last spot on the list. It was random pick. And we got the last spot of the evening. And, anyway, but.
Was that the one Jafar was talking about last week or the week before?
No, this happened on Sunday.
Oh, this is past Sunday.
Yeah, this just happened. The band that got second place is the band that the other lead singer that she left that was with pre-Dream them took second place.
Nice.
I could have told the story so much better, but I realized it was getting long and it's getting late. But it's such a like.
Oh yeah, that's a total.
Like the fact that it was known that we were going to be in the same heat,
right,
as their former singer, and they were like, "Oh boy, that's could be awkward." It was totally not awkward.
Right.
But yeah, she has a great voice. The band actually was very good as well. She did have a little trouble out of the gate. It was their first performance as well. Playing a set. It was our first performance playing a set. We did an open mic night several weeks back. No,
right.
Rebecca the other week was talking about Black Cat Moan at the Millville Music Festival.
Oh, right, okay.
Where they had us opening for the headliner. We had hundreds of people jumping. But this one, so using that energy, I infused it into this performance too.
Right.
But yeah, they were a bunch of other bands, and I could talk about them, but this band in particular, it was like the band was kind of like Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
And she was like Alanis Morissette, very much in that. So it was a good dynamic.
Yeah.
The songs, it wasn't a one trick pony. They did have variation. They did come out frigid, and then that ice broke, I would say, by the end of the second song. Out of 1,000 points, we had 925, I think it was, which, I have all of the judges' notes.
Right.
One of the judges' notes was too great to critique.
Nice.
I know, right? Like that's pretty
That's
crazy.
that's a great critique.
That's a great critique. And then second place behind us was 744.
Pretty comfortable.
That's a pretty comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was pretty outstanding.
That's awesome.
We really put it out there. Had a nice 5-song lineup. Good Story came out, hit hard, and then went in. It was good. Really
and,
good.
and there'll be the same basic, like there'll be 5 bands in the finals.
Probably.
Well, you said there were
I'm
5.
guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was something. Yeah, there would have to be. Yeah, of course it would be the only people that would move on. Yeah, right. They got yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, the second place got stuff too that I thought was integrated into the final event, but it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, but it doesn't matter. Sorry for the confusion. But yeah. So it'll be the same thing in the last night. Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Well,
Yeah,
that's
one of
gonna
and one of the bands that is in the competition as well, that I'm the only one that I'm really familiar with, is a band called Royce, or like Rolls Royce, but Royce. And they're out of Pittsburgh, and they're kind of friends of mine. I showed up in their music video, their last music video.
Okay.
And
by accident, or
they asked me to be in it. And yeah, by accident.
He was walking by in the background, point to the camera.
Is that? Hey, are you guys filming? But they're a good band. They're different than us, but they got their shit together.
And they're definitely in the finals, you said, or
no? They'll be performing in a heat in the next couple weeks.
Okay.
As well, and but they're a really good band. I'm expecting them to do well.
Right. Gotcha.
Bar something happening. Which there was one 2-piece that didn't get to perform. They had technical difficulties. They were 2-piece, very 9 Inch Nails driven.
Okay.
A lot of pre-recorded stuff that with 2 vocalists and that each played a guitar. And I was really looking forward to them because it was really esoteric, and they had a lot of like sacred geometry, and it was like real, you know. It was fucking, I've always been very fascinated by that, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I thought I was going to end up doing. I wanted to do a live piece with pre-recorded drums. Is a band that I will be putting together in the future, but sorry. Is this dry?
Yeah, it's fucking iced.
Man. Yeah, they had too much technical difficulties, and they couldn't compete. Like I was pretty bummed out.
That definitely sucks.
Yeah, for them, definitely.
For them, definitely.
Yeah,
that's a double suck.
Double suck. But we did, you know, with all the bands. You know, my kind of mantra that evening to everybody was that we are we're not competing with each other. You know, we're not battling against each other. Mm-hmm. We're battling towards the same goal. Like we're all of the same mindset. We have all the same aspirations. We're all artists and musicians, and we're all battling on the same team towards the same goal. We're not against each other by any means. It was more of a like a showcase. Felt like a showcase, you know what I mean? Like a workshop, like meet other people to, you know, make connections.
Right, sure.
It was great. It was fantastic.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so there will be a professional recording, at least one, of Dream the Heavy coming out in the next year.
What is the grand prize if you win the?
A full album, recorded. Each act gets there's a video. There's a live video that'll be shot of your performance that night. Like the multi-camera live performance, video, audio edited, So you'll get one music video, a live music video out of it as well. But I think the winner will get a proper music video. And then there is there's also like different music shop monetary investments. Well, like it's not, you know what I mean? Like $10,000 to Guitar Center or something like that. Like it's really substantial.
Right. Cool.
So, all right, I gotta shut this down soon. But yeah. So yes, cool, very, very good. Your writings, you were in 3 different competitions.
Yeah, I'm in 3. I think I'm going to enter a 4th shortly.
Awesome.
I just wrote one. I don't even know if I mentioned it to you. Yeah. Where over the weekend, I think I found a competition that was write about your favorite summertime food, and I was like, huh, okay. So
hold on. I'm thinking. Okay, go ahead.
And so I wrote. It had to be at least 600 words.
And it's a story. It's not a.
No.
It's not a journalist piece.
They said it could be anything at all that you want. It could just be a strict recipe.
Oh,
That's
wow.
If you wanted to just write a recipe, as long as it was at least 600 words, you could get in. You know, so I just decided to create I just started writing on Saturday afternoon.
Is it Doritos?
No, it's not. It's a summertime food. Doritos are all year round.
Sure.
But I started writing. It's not. I don't know if it's actually my favorite summertime food, but it lent itself to the story well.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah. So it was.
Again, it can be fact and fiction, nonfiction and fiction.
I started writing on Saturday afternoon, and then before I was done, I had like 1,300 words written. I was like, "Hey, this is pretty good." So,
you're impressive, man.
Submitted it, and it actually got a already. I submitted it, so it's only been live for 2 days, and it already got a comment from one of the other authors on the site, saying well written, well structured, enjoyed it. I need to try this. So that was pretty cool.
All right, I'm gonna have to hear that. Not now, but I'm gonna have to hear this.
It's a short story. It's like I said, it's 13.
More than 600 words.
Yeah,
double that. Yeah, 13 is double that.
But it's called the name of it.
Yeah, what
is? You have to have a name and a subtitle. All right. Okay. So the name is Gradilla, king of all summer foods.
God damn, you're right. Damn, you're right.
Yeah, Gradilla.
Wow. Yep. I have your or we did, unless I gave it back, unless I gave it to Damron or to Ad Hoc. Mamatu Terry gave us a Gradella.
Nice.
We're still meat eaters. Yep.
Yeah, I posted it on Facebook, so when you get a chance, like I said, any chance you get, read the stories. Follow the link to the Vocal site.
Okay.
Because Vocal's a really interesting site for authors because you write it, you post it on their site, you retain all the rights and everything. It's free to post, but if you're a Vocal Plus member, which costs like $50 for a year, then it's free for everybody to read any story. But for every individual who reads any of your stories, you get like 2 cents.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's like fucking it's like Spotify. It's better than Spotify, but like it's music.
Yeah,
like it's that's brilliant.
Yeah, so it's totally free to read, and they have like algorithms, like just like, like oh yeah, you have to. Am I back? Am I back? Am I here?
You're back, but now you're frozen again.
Are you frozen? Am I frozen?
Now I'm here.
And now I'm there.
Around, 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 around.
No.
Okay, I think we're back. Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
you've
so-
lined. Yep, you're lined up.
I sent out the link on Facebook. So when you get a chance, click it.
Okay, I don't do a
share
lot
it.
of Facebook, so okay.
Yeah, or show it to Jafar. Yeah, whoever. Share it to
Yeah.
whoever. Because it's all, if they take 2 minutes just to read the story, it gets recorded in my stats as, oh yeah, that's a read, and just go,
All right.
and then it's
All
something
right.
like, oh, you have to make, you can't withdraw until you have like $35 in there or something like that. Yeah, so there's like minimal withdrawal periods, but
Yeah, but
and it's all cumulative. None of it
put it
is
back in.
Yeah, and it's all cumulative. So it's all like, if you read my dragon story
Mhm.
on vocal, and then you read my Gradilla story on vocal, that's
Mhm.
2 separate reads. That's
Mhm.
that's two separate reads, so I get points for both of them.
Right.
So it's pretty cool. So I'm liking it. And they have like a ton of these weird little, like the summertime, food contests. These little challenges that pop up. And so it's kind of like a what's the word I'm looking for? A prodding or a catalyst to write something.
Right. Yeah,
write
that's what I was gonna
something.
say. To keep you sharp, to keep you a prompt.
Yeah,
To keep
yeah,
you
prompt, yeah.
exercising. Keep you exercising.
Yeah. So even if you're not necessarily writing something, although I'm writing one for them now that's a ghost fire or ghost story, campfire
Ooh.
ghost story tell.
Oh.
Which I like where I'm heading with it. I think I can do it. Pretty creepy, and I think I got a good thing going there. But we'll see.
Cobalt. All right,
Yeah.
I'm starting to shut down.
Yep.
This film has been fine. It's been good. I've been taking this one on. I'm going to say this real quick. I wake up at 5, a little after 5. We start at 7. In the past, I would wake up just like an hour before. You know what I mean? And like half of that is the drive.
Right.
And just this time around, I just made sure that instead of coming home and trying to, I wake up and have my time first before I give it away throughout the day. And it's been working fantastic for my mental health. Like I wake up, I'm down here in the studio and I do my stretches and and I meditate and I'll touch a canvas or make notes on something to do, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like I have like real solid casual me time. And I've yet to feel like that I'm rushing out of the door. I've taken everything. I've taken care of myself. I set myself up well the night before as well as the family. And so it's yeah, man, like waking up, this happens to many human beings where they wake up completely fucking stressed out.
Oh yeah.
Immediately stressed out and under attack, anxiety, that there's this amount of time, this needs to be done. And then they get behind the wheel of a large automobile. And I've always said, okay, so back in the day when we were roommates at the Crawford Square, I would stay up all night painting, or be with you all night when you were in town. But I would paint all night, and then before going to bed, as the sun was coming up, I would go out and look over the city, over this civic arena when it was still there.
Yeah.
And just watch it all come alive, and just all of the hustle and bustle and anxiety and fucking, everybody at stoplights and honk trying to get in to where they need to be and pay to park.
Yeah.
And go to sleep so happy. And I remember thinking to myself, the most dangerous time of a human's day on the road is probably between the hours of 7 a.m. and 9 a.m.
Right.
Like, there are drunk people on the roads at 9 p.m.
Right.
But at 9 a.m., there's some freaking out motherfuckers that they're late.
Oh
And they're
yeah.
desperate, angry, half awake, and they're in multitudes. And
And even if they're not,
none of them want to be where they're going.
yeah, even if they're not late, even if they're not technically late, they're not going to get there as early as they wanted to, because they had so many things to take care of. Yeah,
And it's not their choice to be there.
I
When
know.
people
I
are
know.
out on a weekend, it's kind of they're kind of excited to go out. So there's at least a bliss about it in some fashion. Yeah, but not at 9 a.m.
No,
You
no.
for the majority of the slave race. So
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah. I've definitely. I mean, I don't. And I think that can apply to any job that isn't necessarily directly connected to your ideal wants. You
right,
know, like there's no way I can complain about my job that pays my bills.
right.
You know, but there are, and although it is not a regular occurrence, there are still days, a couple of times a month or a few times a month, where from the time I wake up immediately before I'm out of my bed, my brain is going, I got to get to my computer because I know that I have a meeting and I know that I've got this report or this training or the client is waiting on something. And I hate it. Like, I hate that
Right.
feeling. I
Right.
know, okay, I know this is significantly less uh interference in my day as a whole than a number of people will have because I don't have to drive anywhere. I don't.
Right.
Yeah, but I still got to get to my computer. I still got to get everything hooked up. I still got to
So
get
if you
things
thought
done.
about doing what I'm suggesting, what I've heard so many people talk about is that you wake up and you have your time before you start giving it away.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know. I mean, I did that the other day when, I had like a pretty early meeting scheduled,
Uh-huh.
and I
I
planned
think you
on,
mentioned
hey,
this. This was before last Wednesday, didn't you? You
yeah,
talked about it. Yeah.
where I was like, you know what, I went to bed at like fucking like this time. I went to bed at like 10:30,
Yeah.
and I woke up at like 5 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And all that, and it was a long day, but it went well. But it wasn't significantly
Depends
better
when your
than,
day ends.
yeah, and it wasn't any significantly better than even on those days where I wake up with that stress feeling. I every day I make sure, like, I never wake up and go to bed going, "Oh, fuck, I got to," like
Right. Right.
either earlier in the day, sometimes in the middle of the day, but usually for me at the end of the day, I do exactly what you were saying about the sunrise without necessarily the sunrise. But I will make sure I take an hour and a half to just like relax, sip on a
Yeah.
bourbon, watch an old Star Trek episode.
Yeah.
Look, just sit on the porch. Sit on the
Yeah.
porch out here. On the nice nights. So things like that. I always make sure you get that time in there. But
Good.
you just from having the last 2 days off, when we were driving home last night, because we were just down by the stadium, because we stayed at the hotel down there,
Mhm.
and just on the drive home, I was thinking, just those 2 days there where I was off of work, and I didn't have to wake up. I didn't have to worry about timing to go to get any reports done. We woke up, we just walked right across the street to the stadium, ate there, ate next to the stadium, ate on the street, at the outdoor cafe, just relaxed and did that.
Followed your flow,
And
your bliss.
on the way home, I was just thinking, there's so many things I want to write about right now, like just stories that I was thinking of, and the campfire grill, yes, but just that other story or other stories too. And I thought, God damn, that is just that. I don't even care if it, I don't need to make enough to be rich. I just need to have enough to pay my bills. But that would be the dream, just being able to get to that point.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely in
Where
the
you're
writing, writing
yeah,
mood
it's
right now.
and thrilled. I was discussing you the other day, and just because I think it was somebody we were discussing. It was last weekend as well. We went. I don't want to. I'm not going to get into all this, but just talking about you as a creative, and you and I growing up together at a very early age. Still when I was 5 and you were 7, so like we were still in that theta mode where the brain waves are in that waking dream like state, and all of our days were always spent in the creative mode. And story making and just that creative mindset for decades. That's how all of our time was spent together, and that here you are now, and it's you've created a great career for yourself, and now as well a great writing career is budding. Getting the accolade for it, and it's always been with you in that aspect. And I was saying how it was relating to my mental state of how I view relationships, that my most valuable relationships, and I've talked about this for years with people that I'm in bands with or whatever, is that, look, all of my relationships that I don't call people up and need somebody to tell me the minutiae of their day and meet them I don't, and go through, well, I don't know, should I, but that's all internal process. I don't need to, it's so temporary. That's not how I hold relationships. My relationships are, we're creating something together. Our time is in the creative aspect, and it's either creative conversation where both of us are creating a moment of elation and laughter, and we're challenging each other to be faster and wittier, or referencing our lives. But it's not, I just that's not a friendship to me. And I don't know if it's just because of our childhood together and how but that's just not how I tick. And I don't know if it makes me a sociopath, or just seeing if I'm going to link. I'm so content with myself now and the world that I've created. If I'm going to open it up to somebody, it needs to be we need to be creating worlds together. And that's what I believe the value. That's what value is to me.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I do not. I've asked myself the same question about sociopathic, and I think technically it's psychopathic behavior, but psychopathic
for you.
Yeah, but that's
for both of us.
For both of us, yeah, because but just a psychopath sounds so bad.
Well, psychopath sounds like it's gonna murder somebody.
Yeah, but psychopath is the one that sociopath is the one that
you can't relate to society.
Right, presents themselves as absolutely not being able. They're viewed as that they're viewed like there's something wrong with them. Psychopaths generally blend into society. I always thought it should be the other way around. That sociopaths should be the one that blends into society, but it's not. Sociopath is one. Like the Unabomber was a sociopath. He couldn't interact with society. He couldn't blend in with people. Psychopaths are at least able to trick people into thinking that they are relating to them or that sort of thing. And
but I think it's always. I don't think I think they're always a blend.
Yeah. And the thing is, and again, I know we're limited on time, so I'm not going to go in depth, but it's not like I don't care about humans. It's in general, most of the time, I hope that person does well. I do not. I do not. Now there are no exceptions. That is going fucking Danny. It's just fucking. He's dead. I mean, like I mean, I have no qualms admitting that my natural reaction when my mom relayed to me Uncle Danny died, my first thought was, let's have a toast. Like that was the first thing I did was pour myself a martini
He's removed from the equation.
and celebrate him from leaving the earth. And some people are like, oh, and I'm just like, no, that's not. Oh, that's he earned it.
Right. So again, perceived value.
Yeah.
Are you sucking from the creation, or are you adding to the creative aspect?
Oh yeah, I loathe if I get a Facebook message or any kind of phone call, especially those Facebook messages where someone will post some, like a vague reference as to something they're struggling with, but they won't. And I'm just like, I don't fucking. Am I supposed to ask you, what is it? Are you okay? Because I'm not. I'm not going to ask you, what is it okay?
Right.
If it was something that was seriously wrong, you would either fucking figure it out, or you would legitimately call someone and go, hey, listen, because there's a difference between someone talking to you and going, oh man, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should do this. And someone saying, listen, I'm struggling with this. Because if someone comes to you and says, I'm struggling and I just want your input here, that's fine by me. Like if you're seeking input for a legitimate thing that you
solve a problem,
that you have attempted to address, you have looked at it and you've internalized it and you've gone,
I don't have all of the cogs. I need more cogs to put together to build this machine that's going to get me out of this situation.
Right.
I haven't figured it out yet. But I'm planning on solving it. That's it. I'm planning on solving it. I'm not planning on having a dramatic moment with you.
No. Yeah, I want to solve this issue and then acquire whatever tool I needed that I don't have right now that you may be able to loan me. And I will take that tool and I will go, oh, this is how this works. And then I will acquire one of those tools myself so that in the future, I will not have to call you on something like this because I will have solved it. That's all great. I'm there for you. You're welcome to my toolbox and we can work on the issue together.
I'll teach you how to work those tools anytime.
Yeah, as long as we're working on that fucking problem, great. But if you come back to me a week later with the same fucking problem or an offshoot of that problem, I'm just like, this is not necessary, man.
This is not how you make conversation.
This is not how you make conversation. No, this is not the purpose of conversation.
It's not the purpose of conversation.
Yeah, the purpose of conversation is to better something, whether it's yourself or the world. It's to better something legitimately, not just to wallow together with someone else.
It's problem solving. Yeah, it's not wallowing. It's problem solving. It's gaining information to raise your intellect or raise your vibration. It's either through we're conversing through humor to lift each other's spirits or to solve problems so that you can lift each other's spirits. It's gaining intellect. It's all gain. The purpose of interacting is to gain something.
Yes, it's
and you can give. Giving is gaining.
Yeah,
that's not what I'm saying. You can, but you can't become a host.
Yes, you can't become.
You can't become a host is some kind of parasitic moment.
Yeah, and then you wonder that what is for me the uncomfortable thing of like, I feel like if I told you what I was thinking about this, that you would view me as a monster and we would not speak again. That's what I feel like right now. So I have to walk the line
as a monster.
So now I have to calculate what is the sequence of words that I can put together for you to make it clear that I'm not the one you want to ask about this. Not present as a monster, and do that in as short a time as possible, so I can get off the phone with you and let you move on to the next outlet that you need, or just determine that no, Brian's not the guy to go to for this, and that's fine too. That's fine too.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It frees me from that.
Yeah.
Sucky
Anyway.
ass moment. Yeah, that's funny. Thank you. That was good.
Yeah. All right. So I got nothing going on really the rest of the week.
Okay.
Just working. Like I said, definitely what I do is I'm writing. Hope to have the ghost story done by this time next week.
Right on.
And like I said, check out the link I posted on Facebook. Jen. Make sure Jafar sees it. Have her spread it around.
Okay.
And and pretty much all of them are guaranteed. Like they have a limit of 5,000 words. So you can never be over a short story.
Right.
Right. Most of mine are in the 1,000 to 2,000 range. So.
Right. So they're good tasty bites.
Yeah, and they all kind of read.
Yeah, this I'm going to say this real quick to you as well. I would like to get together with you sooner than later, close to your birthday. We are playing a show at Mr. Small's.
Okay.
Opening up for somebody's CD release party, the Argonauts. So you'd get to see this new band. I think you'll like it more than Black Cat Moan.
Okay.
From your genre point of view.
Yeah,
But I'll talk to you about that another time. But, this is me signing out, and I love you, brother. Always great.
Be safe.
Nice to hang out with you tonight.
Yeah, it was a good conversation. Wound
Yeah, always good.
I got an extra 30 minutes out of us.
Yeah, son of a guns. All right, much love to you, BB, and peace out from the big room.
Be Lopal.
I'm scarred for life, but I'm set for life, and I'm set for life, but I'm scarred for life, and I'm coming at you. I'm fucking crazy. I'm fucking psycho, fucking insane.
That's the fucking chorus right there.
You nailed it, dude. You nailed it. You nailed it. And you visually transformed into fucking Joe Rogan.
You did.
You fucking,
Joe Rogan. Yeah.
Yeah. You did. You visually transformed into Joe Rogan. It was amazing.